Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 55, and I also want to say as well, it's Saturday morning today. If you can get this video to 1,250 likes, I'll upload another episode of career mode later on tonight after all the football. So there is your challenge, 1,250 likes, and we will have a double episode upload day of the Bundesliga career mode. If we hit 1,000 likes on tonight's episode as well, I might potentially do this tomorrow, and we can have a quadruple episode upload weekend for the first time in absolutely ages. But there's your first challenge regardless, 1,250 likes for a second episode later on tonight. Let's at least have one double episode upload day this weekend. But still, for the first game of today's episode, the first of probably 2 episodes today, if you guys can hit that like target, we take on Stuttgart here in the Bundesliga, back in the Volkspark Stadion, coming on the back of our 1-0 defeat to Arsenal in the last game in the last episode. That was our first defeat in, I think it was 18 games or something crazy like that. And of course the game before that was a 2-2 draw against Mainz, so no wins in our last 2 games. Had to get it right in this one, and so glad to be back at home as well, because as you guys know, we still haven't lost a game here in the league ever since I took over, and just 21 minutes in we would open the scoring through Julian Brandt, getting his 4th goal of the season as the number 22 makes it 1-0. So the perfect start to this game, Hamburg 1, Stuttgart 0. The away side almost got themselves back on level terms here though, just past half an hour mark. Shiplock, our former striker, found Didavai, who went for goal and smacked the crossbar before Brandt got the ball clear. So still 1-0 in this game, but the away side very close to equalising there. But in the 44th minute, a great chance to make it 2-0 for us. Yannick Gerhardt rides a slide challenge, goes through the shoe, but Titon makes a great save and turns behind for a corner. And from that corner, Holtby crossed the ball into the centre, looks for Marco Torres Gomez, but MTG heads it wide and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0 in this game. We were looking a better side though, and from the goal kick, Stuttgart pass out from the back, but surrender possession cheaply. Stendera wins it for us and gives it towards MTG with the 5-star skills, and as you can see, he puts them on display here for you. A wonderful series of moves before rainbow flicking the ball over Klein, who takes him down, and the referee awards a penalty. And out of all the penalties I've won during my time playing FIFA, this has got to be one of the nicest, if that makes sense. What a lovely series of skill moves from MTG. Gets around his man, and then rainbow flicks the ball over Klein, and his protests are declined by the referee. And yes, I know that was terrible, but still the referee gives a penalty. A wonderful skill series of moves there, if you will, from MTG. Wins us a spot kick. Cesar stands up to take it, and once Cesar stands up from 12 yards, you know what the outcome's going to be. He's only missed 1 penalty during his career, and he's not going to miss another. Hamburg 2, Stuttgart 0, and on the stroke of half time, we double our advantage. And the first half stoppage time seems to go on forever. As you can see, this was 5.5 minutes in to stoppage time in the first half of what was supposed to be only 2 added minutes. But regardless, a really composed penalty by Cesar right into the top corner. Titon sent the wrong way, and at the break, as you could see, Cesar got his 4th goal in the Bundesliga. That's the same amount as he got last year in the Bundesliga. We were leading by 2-0. So Stuttgart weren't playing too badly in the first half. We did look the better side though, and in the second half, 12 minutes after the restart, a great chance to make it 3-0. Götze controls this long ball and finds Lewis Holtby, and the skipper goes for goal, but Titon makes a great save and turns behind for a corner. So still 2-0. The final chance would fall to the wayside though, with 17 minutes to go, as Gentner plays it backwards here down the left-hand side. Eventually, as Götze can't keep up with Insua here, the ball gets played inside. A lovely little passing move here. Kostic goes for goal, and this is a great strike by the Serbian. Someone recommended me Kostic to buy as a transfer target, and he is on my shortlist right now. He's 80 rated, a very good left midfielder. He's very pacey, and as you can see, got a very good left foot on him as well. A fantastic strike, and no chance for Cesar, who's beaten to his right-hand side, and Filip Kostic makes it 2-1, and Stuttgart got back in the game but couldn't come back to get themselves an equalising goal, and we do win the game by 2-1. So when Kostic scored that late goal, I was thinking, oh god, not again. Against Mainz, we threw away a 2-goal lead. Let's not do it in 2 consecutive league games. And Stuttgart did play alright in the second half too, but I felt we just about deserved to edge the win. We had a lot more possession as well, and I'm glad we did indeed get the 3 points. We returned to winning ways after 2 games without 1. Really pleased with that. And again, it wasn't exactly the most comfortable of games for us, but I felt we were the stronger side, and I'm pleased to see us get the win in that one. And Valente scoring again was really nice to see. But for the second of 3 games in today's episode here, we take on Wolfsburg away from home. Now, Wolfsburg in the league are in 9th place right now, not doing as well as you would probably expect them to do. in the Bundesliga. They've got a really awesome team, Wolfsburg, full of some very, very good players. You can see right here, Dante Beneglio is a really good goalkeeper. Dermot, who was with us in the first season on loan. Cruza, Ricardo Rodriguez is on the bench on this game. They've got a really decent team, Wolfsburg, so not doing as well as you would expect. And as we took them on away from home here at the Volkswagen Arena, the first chance game was just 15 minutes in. We won ourselves a free kick, which we took quickly with Diekmeyer, trying to catch Wolfsburg napping, and as you can see, that's exactly what we did, because Diekmeyer played it long, Luan flicked it on, Meyer then fed Correa through, who took it around the last man and found the back of the net as well. He had 2 games without a goal, but now he's back on the score sheet again. Angel Correa finding the back of the net, but what an easy goal to concede, and the Wolfsburg manager must have been tearing his hair out on the touchline. Seriously, that was just so cheap to concede. We just launched a free kick long, flicked it on, and they were just caught napping at the back as Correa ran through, took it around the last man and found the back of the net. So Wolfsburg 0, Hamburg 1, a really simple goal to give us the opening goal of the game. On the stroke of half time, we almost doubled our lead. Correa was sent through down the right hand side, but Benaglio made a good save though and turned it behind for a corner, so still 1-0 at the break. We were looking the better team though, but in the second half not much was really going on until 11 minutes before the end here as Gerhardt found Werner. He played it towards Meyer, Meyer back to Gerhardt, Gerhardt back to Werner, Werner back to Meyer. A lovely move here. Meyer found MTG running forward, but unfortunately for us, Marco Torres Gomez couldn't find his first goal for the club as he dragged his shot wide of the post. So still 1-0 in this game, and with 5 minutes to go, one of the final chances fell here. We ran down the left hand side with Yannick Gerhardt. He rode a slide challenge, played it inside towards Luan, who went for goal. Benaglio made a great save though, then Werner flicked it over his head, went for goal on a half volley and blazed the ball way high and over the bar. So still 1-0 to Hamburg. We were looking a superior side though, and we were on course for another 3 points and back-to-back wins for the first time in quite a few games. We were looking so much better than Wolfsburg and just a much better team really overall, and showing why we're top of the table right now. But from the goal kick, as Wolfsburg get the ball long, they play it inside of Rodriguez towards Josip Dermich, and wouldn't you just know it, with a minute and a half to go, the Swiss striker makes it Wolfsburg 1, Hamburg 1. And we had this guy on loan of us in the first season. He scored 8 goals. I was going to buy him back in season 2, instead opted for Correa. That proved to be a fantastic decision, but it's a shame to see him score against us. But what a goal it was, swiveling on the 180 turn on the half volley, puts it past Valente who had absolutely no chance, and he scored his 9th goal of the season to equalise for the home side and make it Wolfsburg 1, Hamburg 1. And just another really disappointing game in that one, because we played better, we looked stronger, and just like in the game against Mainz, I only had myself to blame for it, for conceding a late equalising goal and not getting the 2 extra points. We were better than Wolfsburg every step of the way, and we're just not doing a good job of keeping attacks at bay, if you will, and opposition teams at bay late on in the game. So if you remember in the Mainz game, they scored late on. In the game against Stuttgart, they scored late on as well. That's another goal coming in the final 15-20 minutes, and we simply cannot allow us to slip up too many times if we want to win the title. And you'll see right here, this is the youth score monthly report as we sign a couple more players to our academy. Still no one really jumps out of me as being a standout player. There's a few decent players in there, and we'll try and get a couple of them promoted for next season. You'll see the squad report right here, and a look at the league table as well. We are still top of the table. We are 3 points clear of Borussia Dortmund in 2nd place, but if we keep on slipping up in those games where we should be winning and we're playing better because we can't hold on to our lead in the final 10-15 minutes, we're not going to win the title. And it's as simple as that, because I've been saying it all season long, and you guys must be sick of me saying it, but Bayern Munich were not going to be playing bad forever. We knew that. Bayern Munich started the season off, didn't look too good, and in the first few games were in mid-table and not looking like the side they were in the first 2 seasons. But they were always going to kick on at some point. They weren't going to finish in mid-table. They were always going to kick on and start their season off at some stage and start winning games in succession. And as you can see by the table here, we are 3 points clear of Borussia Dortmund in 2nd place and 7 points clear of Bayern. But if we keep on slipping up in those games where we should be winning, and we are winning for a long period of time, and then throw it away late on, that gap is going to get very, very small, and it's only going to be a matter of time before Bayern Munich are only 1 or 2 points behind us. So the fact of the matter is, we may still be top of the table with 10 games to go. We may still be considered favourites to go on to win the title, but the truth of the matter is, if we have more games like that one against Wolfsburg, we won't win the title, and it's as simple as that. I am so desperate this year for some silverware. The first 2 years, no trophies. In my careers, in the first couple of seasons, I've usually always won something. Haven't won a single thing with Hamburg in the first 2 years. I am not allowing us to go another season trophyless at the Volkspark Stadion. I want it to be the Bundesliga. I want to win the league title. We're good enough to do it. We've got to stop slipping up though, especially away from home in late game situations like we seem to do constantly this season, and for the seasons before that as well. We've never never really been too good on our travels. But still, for the third and final game of today's episode here, we take on Hoffenheim back at the Volkspark Stadion, desperate to return to winning ways after one game without one, taking them on here at home. Of course, still haven't lost a league game at home ever since we took over. This was the only chance the first half, though, Valente making a pretty simple save because Hoffenheim had dominated possession, had 90% pass accuracy and 61% of the ball. We couldn't get the ball off them at all. They were playing very, very well when it came down to just keeping hold of that ball and controlling the tempo of the game. And our first chance didn't fall here until 10 minutes after the restart, as Yannick Gerhardt played the ball through towards Leroy Sané here. The goalkeeper came out, got caught in no man's land. Sané got back onto his left foot, kept the chance alive. He found Danny Carvalho, who was tackled. Stendera rolled off towards Gerhardt, though, who went for goal to taking the first touch, but Bauer made a good save, and eventually it was cleared away. So it was still 0-0 in this game. With 20 minutes to go, we were still deadlocked at 0-0. I was thinking, once again, we're going to slip up. This will be our third draw in 4 league games. We cannot afford to see that happen. But Asani got on the ball here. He took it round his man, got onto his stronger left foot, went for goal from range. It was deflected, but it fell to Angel Correa. And when we needed a hero, with the game on the line, 18 minutes to go, still deadlocked at 0-0, Angel Correa got one chance, and he found the back of the net as well. He was really isolated in this game, didn't get too much of the ball, but once the deflected shot found his feet, the first thing on my mind was simple: shoot, take a shot. You know, seriously, just test the goalkeeper or do something, because he's been so crowded in this game, so many bodies around him, haven't been able to find space with him. So once I found a pocket of space, I just had to let fly, and Angel Correa, well, he may have had 2 games off scoring, but he's not going to go on too many more runs like that where he's failing to find the back of the net. He's such a great natural finisher, and as you can see, he only took 2 shots in this game, but one of them found the back of the net, and that was the one that separated the side. So final score, Hamburg 1, Hoffenheim 0. It wasn't a pretty win, it wasn't convincing, but we got the job done. We returned to winning ways, and we stay top of the table. And again, it's not good enough. I'm not happy with these type of performances, and these aren't the type of performances that will win us the league, but at least we got the 3 points. That's the most important thing. And as you can see, the league table in just a moment's time are still top, as we have 9 games to go in the Bundesliga season. I really want to win the title. We can't afford any more slip-ups. But that is going to today's episode of the Bundesliga career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please leave likes. That's of course much appreciated, and really helps the channel grow as well. Don't forget 1,250 likes, and I'll put another episode up later on tonight for you. So let's get it done. Let's have a double upload day today, and I'll hopefully see you for that episode later on tonight.